Surviving in a land with extreme dust and heat winds is not just a test of strength, but a daily battle against nature itself. In this harsh environment, the air is never calm. Dust storms, scorching heat, and violent winds dominate the landscape, turning simple survival into a constant challenge. The sun rises like a burning torch, pushing temperatures beyond human comfort, while hot desert winds tear across the land, carrying fine sand that invades homes, lungs, and even thoughts. Here, people don't measure days by clocks, but by how intense the heat waves become and how thick the dust clouds grow. Life in this land demands adaptation. Extreme heat forces residents to reshape their routines entirely. Work begins before sunrise and pauses during midday when the heat becomes deadly. Buildings are designed with thick mud walls, narrow windows, and wind-resistant structures to block both heat and flying sand. Every home becomes a shield against the environment. Protective clothing, long robes, face coverings, and goggles are not fashion choices, but essential survival tools. Without them, the abrasive dust winds can damage skin and eyes within minutes. Water is the most precious resource in a land ruled by dry air and evaporating heat. People store water carefully, knowing that dehydration can arrive silently and suddenly. Heat exhaustion, heat stroke, and respiratory problems are constant threats. Communities develop strict rules for water usage, recycling every possible drop. Some rely on underground wells, while others harvest moisture from rare night condensation. In this environment, water equals life, and wasting it is unthinkable. The dust-filled atmosphere creates another invisible danger. Breathing becomes difficult as fine particles enter the lungs, causing long-term health issues. Children and the elderly are especially vulnerable. Masks and cloth wraps are worn daily to filter the air. When sandstorms strike, visibility drops to zero, and the world disappears into a wall of moving dust. During these storms, people stay indoors, sealing doors and windows, waiting for the winds to pass. The sound of dust hitting walls becomes a reminder of nature's power. Despite these extreme conditions, humans endure. Survival instincts sharpen, and communities grow stronger. People rely heavily on cooperation, sharing resources, warning each other of incoming heat winds, and helping the sick. Resilience becomes a cultural value passed from one generation to the next. Stories are told of ancestors who survived worse storms, stronger winds, and hotter summers, reinforcing the belief that endurance is possible. Agriculture in such a land seems impossible, yet innovation makes it real. Crops are grown using wind barriers, shade nets, and drip irrigation systems that minimize water loss. Hardy plants capable of surviving extreme dryness are carefully selected. Livestock is protected in enclosed shelters to avoid dust inhalation and heat stress. Every farming decision is shaped by the reality of hostile weather. Technology also plays a role in survival. Solar energy thrives under relentless sunlight, providing power where traditional systems fail. Weather monitoring helps predict dust storms and heat surges, giving people time to prepare. However, technology alone is not enough. Survival here depends on understanding nature, respecting its limits, and never underestimating its force. Emotionally, living under constant environmental pressure changes people. Patience, discipline, and mental strength become essential traits. The land teaches humility. No matter how advanced humans become, nature always leads. Yet, there is beauty in this struggle. The glowing sunsets through dusty skies, the quiet moments after a storm, and the sense of achievement after surviving another brutal day create a deep connection between people and their land. In the end, surviving in a land with extreme dust and heat winds is a story of human determination. It proves that even in the most unforgiving climates, life finds a way. Through adaptation, community strength, and unbreakable resilience, people continue to live, dream, and hope. This land may be cruel, but it shapes some of the strongest survivors on Earth. Those who wake each day ready to face burning winds, choking dust, and the relentless sun, and still choose to move forward.